Guess who's on BookTube now? I've always kind of wanted to do more long form content, but I was kind of nervous about it because I really started on TikTok. I've been on TikTok for the past 2 years. I don't have a huge following, but I love what I do and I love interacting with other booktubers. But after TikTok was threatened, I kind of decided this is the time to actually move my platform to, broaden. So I'm already on Bookstagram, I'm already on Booksky. I do have a Facebook that I don't really use very often, but I wanted a platform where I could yap as much as I want to. And we're here. So I think it would be appropriate for me to do, as my first YouTube video ever, I think it would be appropriate for me to do the BookTube Newbie tag. If you don't know what the BookTube Newbie tag is, it's basically a way for booktubers who are now moving to BookTube to introduce themselves in a way to everyone that kind of lets people know, like, oh, this person's vibe is for me or this person's vibe is not for me. Lo and behold, if I'm not your vibe, I got you. You know. But if I'm kinda maybe your vibe, stick around. I got some stuff. You get to see my personality. And if you're definitely feeling the vibes here, then please stay and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. So I have my phone. I have the questions right here. So I'm gonna go through, answer all the questions, and y'all get to see how much of a yapper I am. Question 1, why did I start my channel? So, I think what made me really dive into the BookTube sphere and wanting to come over here was basically I'm tired of TikTok. And I love Bookstagram, but you gotta be kind of more artistic over in Bookstagram to really like get it popping over there, and I'm not a very artsy person. I will admit it, I'm not a very artsy person, not a very creative person, and I wanted to have a space where I could just yap and yap and yap and yap, and YouTube actually likes when you're a talker. So yeah, and I think even when I was younger and I wanted to start a YouTube channel, I remember when I used to watch like the beauty YouTubers and stuff like that. I always wanted to start my own YouTube. I just didn't really know what I wanted to talk about. I did love the beauty space for a little while, but as you can see, I'm not a makeup girly anymore. And that kind of ended with COVID. After COVID, a little bit after, I fell back in love with reading, and I just kind of dove headfirst into book talk, and then it was Bookstagram, and then we got Booksky, and then I started getting arcs, and I started wanting to talk about books, and I just wanted to spread more. So I think why I really wanted to start this channel is because I think this is a space where I can really give my unfiltered thoughts and yap as much as I want to. As you guys can see, I am a yapper. What am I excited about for this channel? I think for my channel, I kind of want to bring what I've been bringing over in TikTok, which is basically kind of helping people diversify their reading. Now, what do I mean by diversifying their reading? I mean it in many different ways. Like, I mean it in the sense of, if you're only a thriller book girly, I want to introduce you to some romantic suspense. Or if you're somebody who only reads really trad published books, I want to introduce you to some indie authors. If you're the type of person that only reads hetero cis white women, I want to introduce you to a plethora of BIPOC authors that have BIPOC characters in their book, and the stories are top tier. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to help people find things that are different from what they usually read. And as somebody who is a self-proclaimed diversified reader, I think that's probably one of the most important things to me, is having multiple different stories and multiple different genres and introducing them to people. What do you love about reading? What do I love about reading? I think I just love everything. I feel like that's gonna be everybody's answer. I just love everything about it. Like, truly. I love to dip and dive into authors' minds, and the human brain is so satisfying and it's so fascinating, and you really get that in when it comes to reading books, because what you're reading is the byproduct of somebody's mind. So really it's fascinating, especially with fantasy and romantic fantasy books. Like, that's what y'all reading? That's what y'all reading about? That's what y'all experiencing? Oh, period. What book or series got you into reading? Now, I wish I could say what got me into reading as a child, because I think, like most adults here, I'm 31, so I think like most millennial, younger millennial, older millennials, we have one specific series that really got us into reading. I will not be talking about that author or that series. If you know, you know. But I think I want to talk about what got me into reading at this point in time. So the series that, I'm not laughing, I'm laughing because I think I might get a little bit of hate for this, but the series that actually I felt like got me back into reading was the Twisted Love series by Anna Hong. So Twisted Love, Twisted Hate, all those. And I was like, I think I always knew that romance books were written that way, but I think when I read those, I was like, oh, we're writing poetry now. Deeper and deeper I got into romance. I found out that I really like dark romance, and then of course I got into Haunting and Hunting was the first dark romance books I've ever read. So yeah, there's that tells you where I'm at with it. Those were really the two that kind of got me back into reading now as an adult, that could actually buy my own books, pick what I wanted to read, and things like that. What challenges do you think you'll face starting a BookTube channel? I think for me it's probably one of the most important things about being a content creator, it's consistency. I already know that I'm probably gonna lack a little consistency. I probably won't post as much as I think I'm going to post, but I'm really gonna try, because I think that this is something that I not necessarily want to become a millionaire from, but it's something that, like, if I could do this every day, just like read books, spend time with my family, and talk about books and get paid to do that, that would be the life for me, because it would give me, you know, something that I would really, really want to do. Right now I do still work full-time currently, and I'm doing content creation on the side, and I love doing content creation on the side too. So if it's something that I could eventually, you know, make as a full-time career, I think I would have a blast with that. But if it doesn't happen, I'm okay with that too, you know, like, it's fine. But I think consistency is going to be the hardest part for me, as a full-time employee, as a mom, as a wife, like those things, like, you know, we gotta do this, gotta do that. I think that's gonna be the hardest part for me, but I think that I can do it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say I think. I know I can do it, because there's so many other people that do it. So why can't I do it, you know? What genres would you like to see more of on BookTube? The crazy thing about it is, I think because I read everything, I see all types of genres. Like, I don't think there's one genre where I'm like, I don't read that, I'm not gonna read that. I will try anything. But I think Black romance is something that we could talk about here more, because Black romance is so important to the book community and to women of color and to Black women. I don't think we see enough of it represented here or just in general in spaces where books are talked about. I don't feel like we see a lot of it, and so I think that me bringing this to the forefront, I think I can bring more attention to it. What advice would you give a new booktuber? I don't have any advice because I'm just starting out myself. Dang, like, I don't know. What advice would I give to a new booktuber? I think the advice that I would give to a new booktuber is to stay consistent and believe in yourself and let your personality, I think it's important for people to let their personality shine through. Like for me, it's very hard because I'm a very introverted person, but if you meet my friends, they'll be like, she's wild, crazy, and she has a good time and she's funny, you know? But when you first meet me, you might be like, she don't like me. No, it's not that I don't like you. I think it takes me a little bit to warm up to people sometimes, but I think that a new booktuber has to let their personality shine through, and that's something that I'm definitely doing. I need to let my personality shine through. And so if you're a new booktuber out there, don't be afraid to let your personality shine bright, okay? Because there's always going to be somebody that likes it, and there's probably going to be a lot of people that don't like it, but who cares? That's life. There's people who like you and people who don't. So yeah. Qualities do you look for in a new booktuber? Or what qualities do you look for in other booktubers? I think one of the big ones is reading diverse. I need to see a plethora of characters on your book covers. I need to see you reading different genres. I need to see you reading indie and tried published authors. Like I need to see diverse. Like I don't want to see the same thing that everybody else is talking about on BookTok or Bookstagram. I want to see different things because that's what's gonna make me be like, ooh, I wonder what this is, and I'll read it and I'll be like, oh, I know that this is somebody that can actually, you know, enjoy their BookTube. And lastly, what's a fun fact that people on BookTube might not know? Fun fact, I am a United States Navy veteran. Yes, I was in the Navy for 6 years. That's where I met my husband, who is still active duty to this day. It's where I gave birth to my son. I spent 2 years over in Italy, and then I came to California in the Central Valley. And if you know anything about the Central Valley, you know it's interesting. Okay, I'm proud of the service that I gave, but I was so ready to be done because there's so many things on the inside that people don't know about. But I'm proud of what I did, and I'm happy I got the benefits that I got when I got out, because at the end of the day, it's important that we take care of our veterans. And so I'm also somebody that is heavily advocating for veterans, and I will continue to heavily advocate for veterans, especially women's veterans, because I think we get lost in the sauce sometimes. But yeah, that is the BookTube Newbie Challenge. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below if you like what you saw so far in me, and thank you for getting to the end of this BookTube video. I told you I'm a yapper. I yap. But I hope you like it, and I hope you stay around. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like the video, and I will be in the comments talking back because I love to talk back. Again, I am a yapper. So thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, bye, book boos.